Nifty Bank opens at a record high of 43,192 as analysts remain bullish on the banking pack that has consistently outperformed the broader market over the past few months.
Punjab National Bank surges on the government's nod for the sale of over 15% stake in UTI AMC for 1,330 crore rupees.
Brokerages maintain their buy call on Axis Bank following positive management commentary on asset and growth at an analyst meet.
PVR gains as it opens 12-screen multiplex along with Kerala's first ever IMAX theatre in Kerala, expanding its footprint in South India.
Paytm surges on the back of a bullish brokerage note coming in from Citi. They say that the company's gained market share in digital payments versus PayU.
Well, it's a quiet start to trade. The Nifty is as flat as can be. It was a bit of a sell on the opening, but now we have stabilized. And the good news is the breadth of the market is looking pretty good, and that's something that the bulls will really be looking forward to. So, Mangalam, we're starting a new series, and portfolios will be feeling much better actually today. Just take a look at the mid-cap index. It's up 300 points. It's up close to 100%. And the Nifty is doing absolutely nothing. Breadth of the market as well. Two stocks advancing for one stock declining. Feeling good this Friday.
Feeling good this Friday. FIs would perhaps be singing. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And that's primarily because, towards the end of this year, when the institutions go for a holiday, that's what they say, right? When the cat is away, the mice begin to play. So is the mid-cap index going to outperform all through December? And one thing is for sure, I was just looking at, the FII long exposure, which is 77% at the start of this series. In the last 3 years, every time the FII exposure has been more than 70%, the Nifty has actually gained in that series as against lost, because a lot of people say that, maybe it's overbought, etc. Turns out, no. Last December itself, the FIIs at the start of the series was 77% long, and we saw over 1,000 points in terms of gains coming by. So our new record highs for the Nifty around? That's the big question.
Well, difficult to get a trend actually, Mangalam, because at the start of October, they were net short on the index and we had a great series. November series, they were net long on the index and we also had a great series. So this time, let's see how things go. But you mentioned about music and singing. I think today we're going to get a song from you at some point of time during the day. So I'll just tell our viewers to stay tuned for that. I think Mangalam's going to be giving us a song later today, and he's been promising that all through the week. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, there is closing bell today, so maybe if the market does nothing,
then maybe we have a song from Mangalam. So let's.
It's a trio. All three of us will sing. Shankar Ehsan Loy.
Let's get back to markets.
All right.
Manas Jaiswal joins in. Hi, Manas. We are feeling a lot like Friday, and we're looking forward to the weekend. But for the time being, we need to track the markets, and we are 90 minutes into the trading session. But you didn't miss anything on the headline index. What's your view on the index from here on? What are the levels you're looking at?
Good morning, Nigel. Good morning, Mangalam. So definitely after yesterday's move, when Nifty has broken the resistance of 18,400, we are definitely quite bullish. And looking at the charts, I believe that Nifty is ready to test its previous high, that 18,600 mark. However, the target of this breakout, what we have seen yesterday, I think the target of that breakout comes 18,750. So I think even from current levels, you can see almost 300 points rally. And any correction, like today, we have seen some profit booking on high levels. I think any correction would be a great buying opportunity. So I think even at current levels, one can definitely take long position. Stop loss should be around 18,400. And the first target comes 18,600 and second is 18,750.
All right, we take that point. 300 points on the Nifty from here as well is possible, and any dip should be a buying opportunity. Manas, both Nigel and I are feeling Friday, but you're seeming very Monday-like. I can't see you smile, etc. Can you give us a broad smile, individual stocks, and maybe break into a bit of a song as well if you want to?
No, I don't think
Go for it, Manas. Go for it. You can give us a couple of lines if you choose to.
No, seriously, I don't think.
Let's stick to the stocks then.
So two stocks I would like to recommend. See, since broader markets are looking very strong, I think one can definitely look at broader markets. So two stocks from the broader markets. First is from banking sector. So I think one can now look at IDFC First Bank. See, we have seen a lot of consolidation in last 2-3 weeks time, but since IDFC Bank has given a fresh breakout today above 58 rupees, I think here one can definitely take long position. The stop loss should be around 57.50 and target would be around 62 rupees in IDFC First Bank. And second is India Cement, because we have seen some correction. Stock has taken support near 100-day moving average. It was facing resistance near 20-day moving average, but since today stock has given a breakout above 20-day moving average, I think one can definitely look at India Cements. Take a long position here. Stop loss should be around 235, and the first target comes 250.
All right, Manas, thanks a lot for that. Take your point on the stocks that you've mentioned. In fact, you spoke about India Cements. A lot of the other cement stocks doing well as well. We have Ultratech, which has moved to the high point of trade. And in just the last few minutes, a bit of a spike coming by on JK Cement as well from the F&O space, currently sitting with a gain of about 2.5% odd. But we step into a short break. As we do that, here's a quick programming note. In a few hours from now, CNBC-TV18 is all set to lead charge with one-of-a-kind mega initiative, Future Female Forward, the Women's Collective. It is presented by HSBC. Catch the on-ground event in presence of Shireen Bhan, who's the managing editor, Hitendra Dave of HSBC, and other women leaders of India Inc. as well, live this evening at 5:30 p.m. Also in attendance will be some of the most influential voices from the business, entrepreneurship, and entertainment space. Don't forget to tune in to CNBC TV18 today, 5:30 p.m. onwards. Welcome back. You're watching us here on Chartbusters. One of the stocks which is busting the charts for the last 3-4 trading sessions in a row has been Bikaji. Nigel, we had that extended discussion on Bhujia the other day, but this one seems like it's got fire because up, 7.5% today. This week itself, it's up, 28, almost 30%. And guess what? Trading at closer to 76, 77 times 1 year forward earnings.
And assuming that the forward earnings
would be double of what it was
very strong.
Year.
You just take a look at that, and at the IPO price it was expensive. Now, in fact, it's through the roof, but clearly the street believes that there's tremendous potential out there. One of the factors that works for them is that they have the additional capacity, right? So if people start munching along and they want to munch more and continue to munch, then, the numbers will look good. So let's see whether or not...
Interesting to see because, for businesses like this, capacity is one thing. The other thing is the distribution, whether they go ahead in the other spaces, etc. or not.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people have, as they say in the stock market, mal as well, right? Because it's the promoters who have it, the funds have it. Let's see where they go. And
distribution is very important, Mangalam, for Bikaji. I'm sure you track it more closely, but for them, advertising as a spend of their total sales is not that much. That's telling you that this distribution is even more important for these guys. So I think we've gone on enough about Bikaji. And Sonal is standing by. I think she as well must be, listening in. Sonal, Bhujia this evening?
I don't know about Bhujia, Nigel, but I'm sure if you treat me with something, I'm up for it.
Absolutely, absolutely, Sonal. And you're going to be treated to a song later today. Mangalam tells me that he's going to be singing, so we're looking forward to that.
We just do Future Female Forward. That's the only thing.
Yes, that's what everyone's going to be tuned into today at 5:30 p.m., right?
Let's focus, Sonal, back on the market action. But Bhujia song, we'll wait by for that. But for the time being, you tell us what Axis Bank post that investor meet that they had.
Yes, so positive takeaways there, and the big, of course, the focus that remains for the bank is digital, because here the bank says that investment in digital platforms is boosting cross-sell opportunities, and that is something that they can take advantage of. With the Citi and Flipkart partnership, it will be among one of the top credit card platforms in the country as well. They talk about their book as well. They say delinquency levels remain below the peer private bank average, that is in the retail category, and they continue to see improvement in their asset quality as well. And that is something that they are very positive on. If there are any macroeconomic headwinds as well, they have strong provisions in place, so they are protected in terms of any sort of headwinds as well. Jefferies has a buy rating on the stock with a target price of 1,110 rupees. The valuation discount of 40% to ICICI Bank is something they think will narrow, and that is something that UBS says as well. They have a buy rating with a target price of 1,030 rupees. They say that yes, bank reiterated their medium-term loan growth of around 5 to 6%, and they also expect valuation gap with peers to narrow down as return metrics sustain. We also have JP Morgan with an overweight rating on the stock. They talk about the tech investments that the bank has been making. They talk about it being at the later stage, and now they should start delivering in terms of operational ratios as well. The glide path of cost to assets is reducing by 25 basis points over the next 2 years, so that's a positive outcome. And they also say that banks' ability to maintain their return on assets at 1.8% level is something that they'll be watching out for.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Sonal, for telling us about Axis Bank. But Mangalam, Paytm, it's a fourth of what it was at the top, but it's seen a bit of a bounce today. What are brokerages making of it?
It's a bold call which is coming from Citi because, after an 80% discount to its issue price and 75%, like you said, from the top itself, they've gone ahead and said that maybe it is it's the time to buy Paytm right now with a target of almost 1,055 odd rupees. They've been positive on the stock in the past as well. So it'll be interesting to see, where it goes from here. They say that at current valuations, which is 5 times FY24 EV to contribution profits, it is attractive. However, they do acknowledge the overhang risks coming in from further selling by existing pre-IPO shareholders, something that we've seen in a lot of these new companies. But they believe that at these valuation, risks are overdone. Fintech is a competitive space, but they've gained market share in digital payments versus PayU. So that gives them some bit of comfort. Let's see where it goes from here. The important thing that everyone will be watching out for is when do they turn profitable on the bottom line. Until then, maybe, the street will look at valuations and the metrics and market share, etc. But the key question still remains, when do they turn profitable? The other stock which is doing well is PVR, gaining in trade on the back of a new multiplex that they've opened in Thiruvananthapuram. Vaishta joins in with the details. Vaishta.
Hi, thanks for that. Well, we are nearly towards the end of the week and it's a Friday and we are talking about movies again. PVR has opened 12 screens at the Lulu Mall in Trivandrum, and with this, the PVR presence in Trivandrum has grown to 14 screens in 2 properties. The PVR presence in Kerala has grown to 27 screens in 4 properties, and PVR's global presence is now at 876 screens at 176 properties in 76 cities, which is across India and in Sri Lanka. There's a strong upcoming film lineup. The Hindi dubbed market is also seeing growth acceptance from other regional genres, which includes Kannada, apart from Telugu in the past. Also, there's good quality films which would drive steady footfall growth for exhibitors such as PVR and Inox. Now, in terms of Hindi movie lineups, we have Varun Dhawan starrer Bhedia, we have Ranveer Singh starrer Circus, we also have Avatar, and we have Vijay Deverakonda's starrer Kushi, which is coming up in the latter part of Q3. Back to you.
That's good to hear, Vaishta. Stock is up 2.5%. Are you going off for a movie this weekend?
Well, not planned yet, but I think I should be doing it now.
You must. I think you've worked.
Don't forget to have the popcorn out there because that gives them a lot more gross margins.
Muglum's promoting them. All right, Vaishta, thanks so much for joining it. Clearly, that stock is up and about in today's trading session. But I think, Manglam, we should get to our special segment, MC Pro, and it's an interesting stock as well.
It is an interesting stock.
Essential.
Yes, you were talking about whether Vaishta is going for the movie or not, but this is a question that I need to ask you for the next one that is coming in from our colleagues at Money Control Pro. It's a special segment. They get you a few ideas for profit. Bharat Jinani, he's been tracking what? Page Industries.
Page Industries, and essential.
An essential indeed. Bharat, over to you.
We will speak on Page Industries Limited. The company has strong growth prospects in the Indian market, driven by increasing premiumization trend as well as the rising income levels. Apart from strong growth in the men's innerwear segment, the company has strong growth prospects in the emerging women as well as the kidswear segment. The company is enhancing its distribution reach by entering newer, smaller towns. The company aims to reach 10,000 to 20,000 multi-brand outlets and open 150 to 200 exclusive business outlets every year. Apart from the strong growth in the domestic market, there is a huge growth opportunity in the Middle East market. Large expat population who are well aware of the Jockey brand presents huge growth prospects. The softening of the commodity prices coupled with pickup in the revenues would lead to margin improvement from the second half. Page has a potential for high teens growth over the medium to long term. The company is amongst our preferred picks in the retail space. It has a strong balance sheet and robust return ratios. As far as the valuations are concerned, the stock is trading at 64 times its FY24 projected earnings. Investors can add the stock in the portfolio. Thank you.
Welcome back. A quiet day of trade. The Nifty, by the way, has moved into the green as we speak, so that's pretty good news. But a couple of other stocks as well are buzzing around, and Vaishta has got a very busy day. She just told us about PVR, but she says she's got more. She wants to tell us about PNB as well as ITDC, both of them flying away in trade. Vaishta, tell us.
Well, for Punjab National Bank, the bank has received an approval of DIPAM for the divestment of stake in UTI Asset Management Company. This is for approximately 1,300 crores. PNB currently holds 15.2% stake in UTI AMC, and the objective is to realize a gain on their investments. Moving on to Indian Tourism Development Corporation, government has fixed 7,400 crores as the indicative value for the Ashoka Hotel. The Ashoka is among the 8 ITDC assets which are listed under the National Monetary monetization pipeline, which was announced by the finance minister last year. The Ashoka Hotels monetization will take place through the public-private partnership mode.
Right, we take that point, Vahishta. Thanks a lot for that. Nigel, you asked Vahishta whether she's going for a movie, etc. or not, but would be interesting to ask whether she's going to the PNB over the weekend or the ITDC properties, etc. I don't think there is an Ashoka Hotel in Mumbai.
You've got a lot of masti, mischief on your mind.
It's Friday, dude. You have to do that. But let's go across to Parikshit now. He joins in with some key takeaways from the India business briefing that took place from Suzuki yesterday. Parikshit, what do you make of that?
Well, there's definitely some strong positives for Maruti Suzuki there. Both JP Morgan and Bank of America saying that demand momentum is going to continue. And the Maruti Suzuki leadership has briefed analysts and said that the focus will be on company's initiatives to transform Maruti Suzuki's brand image in the medium term from small, compact to mid-range and above. Bank of America has gone on to say that Suzuki's most pressing issue right now is to strengthen its SUV segment and aim to maximize SUV production as the semiconductor situation normalizes. We're getting to know that Maruti will add 2 more SUVs to its portfolio. This is coming from industry sources. We're learning independently that between April and July next year, in 2023, that is the next fiscal, there will be 2 SUVs. You'll have the Thar rival, the Jimny, that will hit the market from the Maruti Suzuki stable. That will be a 5-door car, and you'll also have a small compact SUV which will be rivaling the Sonnet and the Venue. So there will be 4 SUVs, and that will be Maruti's answer to growing its market share. Remember, Maruti's market share has been dropping recently. It's come down to 41.8%, and these SUVs will be very key to Maruti's portfolio going forward. Speaking about the Vitara, the JP Morgan report speaks about strong booking numbers for Vitara, and we've heard that 80,000 bookings have been received by Maruti Suzuki. We're getting to know from industry sources, and 170,000 bookings for the Brezza. So definitely a strong booking pipeline, and the company would now like to ramp up its production capacity.
All right, Parikshit, but hang in there, because today is that kind of day where we are asking everyone after they're speaking about what they are, whether they are personally riding any of those or not. I'm sure you would make for a picture in one of those SUVs. Are you an SUV person or a sedan person?
I'm an SUV person. I own an SUV, and I'm also at the launch of Toyota's new SUV, Mangalam, which is the Hi-Cross. It's going to be unveiled very, very soon. A lot to expect from the new Innova, and Toyota is really hoping to ramp up its volumes with the new Innova, which is going to hit the markets sometime in January next year.
Parikshit, new wheels soon? New wheels soon?
Sorry?
New wheels soon?
No, Sorry, come again.
Are you buying new wheels soon?
No, I've already bought it. I've already bought my SUV recently. So no new plans to buy another car anytime soon.
He's a smart guy. He's not telling us which one he bought. He's told us about what Maruti's launched, and he's at Toyota and all of that and stuff. But not mentioning which one he bought.
We look forward, Parikshit, to catching up in Delhi when we're out there. But thanks so much for stopping by and filling us in.
Hope he drives us around in his wheels.
Well, on that note, we'll have to wrap up on this edition of Chartbusters. We've had a fun-filled one. You stay with us, though. Trading Hour comes up next.